Hi, it's Olivia, and it's also June, which means over here it's also summertime, which I'm just so excited for. I've got all of my books back here. I purposely picked out the ones that got some bright colors. We've got some nice pretty flowers. You know, it's just the summertime vibes are definitely upon us. And I'm so excited to come to you today with the June book haul filled with all sorts of good reads to fill your summer. So let's get started. So I think at this point you all know I love a good graphic novel, so we're going to start there with Northranger by Ray Tercero and Brie Indigo. So this actually gives us a little bit of a head start on the spooky and fall vibes to come, but this is inspired by the gothic romance of Jane Austen's Northanger Abbey, and this is actually written and illustrated by the team behind the modern day Little Women adaptation, Meg, Jo, Beth, and Mary. So this is both a swoony and spooky graphic novel because it's got both the romance and some of the dark, heavy secrets lurking around the corners. I also just, let me know, I really love this color palette. I think it's really beautiful in the art style. And if you want to get your hands on it, it's out in both paperback like this one and hardcover. And next up I have Plus One by Kelsey Rodkey, and I just love when we have very bright or colorful naked hardbacks. And look at this. The spine has like the blue color of the jacket, just super cute. And in this one, if you can't see, it actually says 6 potential dates plus one. And our main character, Leahy Johnson, is herself very much a matchmaker, but now it comes the time where she kind of needs to find a match for herself, which theoretically should be easy, but we know how things go. It's not going to be easy. And our author, Kelsey Rodkey, is really known for giving those fresh new twists on the romantic tropes that we know and love. And I wanted to share the back. I think it's really cute how the back reads like a personal dating profile. It says Leahy Johnson, 17, and then it lists what she likes, what she dislikes, her dating history, which says always the bridesmaid, never the bride, for now, and then a full bio. So next up is This Town is on Fire by Pamela N. Harris, and this is like a young adult Little Fires Everywhere, which is a book I loved. But one of the reasons for that comparison is you have all these really tense and complex dynamics between the relationships, whether it's friends or family, also with a big mystery that's happening in the story. So there's a lot of drama, a lot of tension. So this is a very timely and explosive read. We follow our main character, Naomi, who's a cheerleader, and this asks the question of what happens when your best friend is the latest racist Becky or Karen on the internet, and how does that affect your life? How are you going to deal with that? But on top of that, and all of the tension that follows that incident in the town, there's a bomb that explodes and someone is found dead. So there's also a huge mystery surrounding that. So there's a lot going on here, definitely one you want to get your hands on. So next up is We Ship It by Lauren Kay. And so this is a fun and romantic summer adventure that's also paired with this more emotional and powerful journey of growth and exploration and acceptance. Those are some of my favorites, where you've got a romance or a rom-com that's also paired with like a coming of age element. It's just such good vibes. I love those stories. So for that reason, this is also perfect for fans of Morgan Matson, Jenny Han, Stephanie Perkins, and this will really take you through the magic of an unpredictable summer. Next up I have Manslaughter Park by Tirza Price, and this is a queer retelling which you may recognize is the third in the Jane Austen murder mystery series, and this is a series of reimaginings of Jane Austen classics that it's really cool. You can read either as a standalone or you can read it in order. The story features not only Fanny Price but also Liz Bennet and Fitzwilliam Darcy, who are on hand to help Fanny figure out who this mystery killer is in the story. So next up I have Someone You Loved by Robin Constantine. This is a romance that's got a little bit more of a serious edge, so it's perfect for fans of the books You've Reached Sam and All of the Bright Places. And more specifically, this is perfect for fans of a forbidden romance because it's got all the associated tropes that go with that. It's got the sneaking around, the late night calls, the secrets, the heartache, and I mean, you can just tell from the cover, let me let it do its thing. I mean, you can just take one look at them and you can see that they're full of angst. But anyway, I'll just leave off with this one with one of the really nice blurbs on the back that says, Constantine delivers believable dialogue, relatable dilemmas, and a sensitive exploration of disability. Next, I have And Break the Pretty Things by Lena Jung. And speaking of pretty things, this cover Am I right? Anyway, this is the first in this new captivating fantasy series. So this story is inspired by the historical Three Kingdoms of Korea. And so we have this very lavish, fantastical magic, and also a protagonist who embraces her destiny and is also determined to protect her home at whatever cost. And here our main character, Mireille, has unlocked this new and strange and unpredictable magic that allows her to see and have these terrifying visions of her own future. So I like this line on the back that says, "When the future is your enemy, time is your weapon." The next up, I have another graphic novel, The Faint of Heart, which is the debut graphic novel by Carolyn Wilson. So this is going to be perfect for fans of N.D. Stevenson, and it's delightfully creepy and asks these existential questions like, would you give up your literal heart if it meant never suffering again? Would you sacrifice your heart for someone you love? And if you couldn't tell already just from browsing at the pages, it's got another cool color scheme with the pop of color coming from our main character's yellow sweater, or at times blue coloring. So next I have The Queens of New York by E.L. Shen. This is a very cinematic, young adult, Asian American story, very reminiscent of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. In this, we have our three main best friends, Gia, Ariel, and Everett, who are spending their summer apart for the first time ever. And where are they going, you may ask? Well, first, Everett has headed out to Ohio in an effort to nab the lead role in a musical, as she's an aspiring Broadway star, but she's facing now an outdated musical and racism along the way. And Ariel has started the summer in San Francisco on this very prestigious STEM scholarship, but there's something calling to her to rebel and instead go to Korea to look for answers regarding the death of her sister, who died the previous year. And then we have Gia, who's staying home. She's helping her parents' restaurant. She's juggling a first love and also trying to figure out what she wants for the future. So this is also a love letter to the Asian immigrant community of Flushing, Queens. It's also featuring friendship goals and a really life-changing summer. And of course, last but certainly not least, I have What She Missed by Liara Tamani. And in this story, Ebony and Jalen have been best friends for as long as they can remember. But there is this question of if either of them will have the courage to really speak up on the true feelings that have grown between them. So the setting of this novel is actually inspired by the freedmen's towns in Texas. And these were founded by emancipated former enslaved people in the wake of the Civil War. And this is a part of African American history that Ebony is also exploring through the course of the novel. And throughout the novel, we have these interspersed vignettes in which Jaden and Ebony kind of provide some insight into things that they miss, like going to the beach or making art or each other, you know. That brings us to the end of today's book haul. I've already prepared to show off all the books one last time. They're all in my lap right now. Just need to flip them. Okay, there you go. Just need to flip them around, which maybe wasn't as easy a task as I thought. Just a second. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Here's all the books we just talked about. I would love to know your thoughts on any of these, or any books that you've been reading lately or plan to read with summer upon us. And of course, if you're interested in any of these books, all the information you need will be in the description. You can also feel free to reach out to your local library, see if they have them or if you can request them. And I will see you in another video. Thank you so much for watching.